Yeah, hold on. Cut the music down. Yes, I won't can. No, you can't. You can't because it's gonna be copyright. Yeah, y'all see that, right? Hey, I intentionally cut the music down. Can y'all hear me?
God.
I intentionally cut the music down because we ain't need no copyright. Let's run that back real quick. Let's run that back so we can pay attention. Hey, start counting. This what we doing, Israel?
What is this, 4 already?
Count them up.
Hey,
this what we doing?
It get wild.
This what we doing, Israel? Shalom, shalom. This what we doing though? This is what we doing. Yeah. Listen. Look, somebody ain't like that. Somebody heard them about that mug real quick. Hey, a hit dog gonna holler. Behind closed doors, a hit dog gonna holler. This what we doing? There's one sister with all these brothers.
14.
Listen, there's one sister with all these brothers.
That was 14, if I count it right.
Check this out, right? At the end of the day, you hear all these complaints amongst our people about all these different things, whether it's dudes sorries on or what and all this and that, or whether it's the men calling women sorry. It don't matter. You hear all these complaints amongst our people, but we out here as a people. We out here doing anything and everything behind closed doors and then get in front of folks and then be moving how we want to move. Y'all see that, right?
God.
You know what I'm saying? What she said, I'm going to be married with kids by 25, me at 29. You're going to be married with kids, sleeping with Tom, Dick, Harry, and the rest of the football team. You see what I'm saying? Listen, this is what we supposed to be coming from. But myself as well as other brothers and people in the truth, we've seen where Dexter crazy. We've seen where it's people that claim to be in the truth, that claim to be children of the Most High God, that claim to be, I'm an Israelite, you know what I'm saying, not serve the Most High, but you still moving like one of these Negroes in the streets. You still, the song that I just had to mute out was Sexy Red talking about I don't want to be saved. She's admitting, I don't want to be saved, I want to be a thought. And we got a lot of our sisters that like that. So at the end of the day, if that's still your spirit, you still moving in that manner, you still a thought, you still, you know what I'm saying, like that. But then a brother ain't digging you, a brother in the truth ain't feeling you, because he see what type of spirit you got on you, man. You think we blind? You think we crazy? You think the Most High ain't giving us discernment to see what spirit on you? And you too, brothers, if you ain't moving in the spirit and you dealing with a sister that know these laws, statutes, and commandments and living upright, and you ain't moving right, and she point that stuff out, she like, nah, I don't want no dealings. Nigga, the Most High give us the spirit of discernment, bro. You know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? This brother said he counted 14 dudes this woman has slept with.
So I pulled up the lyrics to this song, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a part of it that say,
Shoot out. Go ahead and share your screen, King.
shoot, I'm
Let's just
on
jump
the
in.
phone now.
Okay,
Yeah.
So it says, if you looking for big sexy, you can find me on the block, north side. Ain't no nigga up on me because I'm cheating off the top. On God.
On who?
On God.
Yeah, yeah. She ain't talking about the Most High. She can't be talking about the Most High.
There's more to it.
Go ahead, spit it out there. Yeah, this
says,
is what they like. They like hearing stuff like that because it speaks to their spirit. They spirit bear witness with that drama, with that mess, with that thottishness. Thottishness. I just made it up.
Gracious.
But hey, go ahead, King.
My favorite, my motto: F these hoes, buy some clothes, and get some guap cash. Got my heart broke at 16. That SHIT turned me to a thought.
You know what? Hey, check this out, right? So check this out, right? She said whatever it was turned her into a thought.
Heartbreak turned her to a thought.
Heartbreak turned her to a thought. Let me tell y'all something right now. Right now. I don't care what that happened in your life, what that happened in the past, what's going on right now. At the end of the day, when you stand before the Most High God, He gonna judge your behind based off of your actions. Not based off of what somebody else done did to you. He gonna judge you for your actions. He gonna judge them for what they did or what they doing, but he gonna judge you for your actions. Right?
That's right.
Let's pull Romans 6:23. This is a basic scripture, but this is a scripture that has to be reiterated on a regular basis. Because you like I said, you see, I had to check a sister before that claimed she had Israel, her name, and all that type of stuff, but half naked. You misrepresenting our sisters, man. You misrepresenting our sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. Hey, bring it out, King. Bring it out.
Come on. This is the book of Romans 6 and verse 23. For the wages of sin is death.
So check this out, right? If you were thought because your folks dogged you out, and so basically you out there sinning, the Most High God's gonna pay you. Your wages is your payment. The Most High God's gonna pay you with death. Because my folks did it to me. My uncle did it to me. He gonna pay you with death. Your uncle gonna get judgment, but you gonna get it too. My bad. Y'all got something, King?
I just want to add in one more thing from this song. The damn chorus says, "Don't save me. I don't want to be saved, bitch."
Right.
So they are blatantly telling you, I don't want to be married. I don't want to be a housewife. I don't want to raise children. Don't save me. Leave me for the streets. Do me wrong. Our people are so freaking sad, man. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Not you.
Con. I think man, let me get Deuteronomy 23:17, man. You know, because brothers kind of making a few jokes. We serious, but we kind of making a few jokes with this thing as well. But this really serious, man. And the harsh reality and the messed up thing behind this is this has become our culture. You know what I'm saying? This has become something that's promoted, that's lived by our women and our men. Don't get me wrong, and our men. That's being promoted down to the children.
Right.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I think brothers can agree, but when we were coming up, it was promoted that you need to be dealing with multiple sex partners.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You need to be doing that. That's the cool thing. It's the popular thing to do. This the thing, you know, this what was being taught.
Right.
You ain't cool if you ain't doing that.
Mhm.
Not you need to get married. You need to have a family. You need to be able to provide. You need to be able to take care. You know what I'm saying? You need to go meet her father. You know what I'm saying? And make things right on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, they wouldn't promote that. Exodus 21:16.
Straight up.
Right? So I don't know if brothers seen this, but and sisters, did y'all see when they had like a birthday party or something? And it was like they had the mascots twerking with the children.
Yeah, I seen that.
Like, this has really become our culture, man, and it's sad and it's really scary because we are fighting against the powers that be. Let me get that in first. Let me get somebody give me Deuteronomy 23:17. Somebody else give me Exodus Ephesians chapter 6. All right.
Like I Deuteronomy.
All right.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23 and verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Hey, so sisters, we ain't supposed to have no whores in our nation, right? You ain't supposed to be out here from man to man, you know, and dealing like that, man. That's what would be a whore, right? You know what I'm saying? So we got to do better, man. We got to do better. At the end of the day, we know that I don't know if Sexy Red really living their life. Probably is, but I know for a fact that the powers that be are promoting and pushing her to be in their image, to to have an effect on our people. That's what they do.
Right.
That's what they do. The powers that be, the people that run the record labels, and we know who they are. You know,
That's right.
they're the enemy. They're the god doggone devil the Bible speaks of, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Give me that in Ephesians chapter 6, man.
6 and what
6 and 12.
Con. This is the book of Ephesians 6 and verse 12. For wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right. So that's who we battling against, man. This is who we battling against. When you step into this truth, you battling against wickedness in high places, sorcery, witchcraft, warlocks, witches, right? That's casting spells through the music, right? This is who we battling against, right? Read on.
Con. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand.
Right. So you got to take on the whole armor of God, man. That's how we defeat this.
That's right.
That's how we take back our culture, our heritage, our traditions. Right? Because we suck right now.
Yep.
We suck right now as a people, man. Twerking at a birthday party. These 3 and 4 year olds.
Right.
It's ridiculous, man. What we seen from that sister dealing with 14 different men. I think she said she went on dates. Like she got a roster, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She got a little basketball team.
And then claim to want a man of the Lord.
Right. Shoot, I seen somebody post that earlier. I ain't gonna say who it is, but somebody said, y'all out here promoting prostitution and begging to be loved on the same profile. I ain't understanding it. That had me confused, but hey, we got to do better. We got to do better, man. I yield.
Let's pull Revelation 22 and 14. And let's pull Revelation 21 and 25.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates of the city.
So check this out, right? The commandments that it's talking about is not just the commandments that's mentioned in the New Testament, not just the 2 commandments that Yahushua, aka Christ, gave, right? These are talking about the laws, statutes, and these are talking about the same thing that the Most High, that the Most High gave Moses to give to the children of Israel in the wilderness. All right. A lot of people get mixed up because it says laws and then it says commandments. The commandments, laws, same thing. All right. So it says, blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter into the gates into the city. You're gonna enter into through the gates into the city by keeping God's commandments, right? Keep reading on that, King.
For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers
and what?
And whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whatsoever loveth and maketh a lie.
It says so with that, for without, meaning outside of the gates, meaning you're not getting inside the gates, you're gonna be outside the gates. It says for without are dogs, meaning heathens or people that conduct themselves as heathens, and sorcerers and whoremongers. A whoremonger is a man that makes whores. A man can't be a whore. You see, in this day and age, a lot of women call men whores. A man can't be a whore. A whore only applies to women. But a man that sleeps around with different women is a whore maker. That's what a whoremonger is. So this is saying that a man that makes whores is not getting into the gates of the city. Right? It says whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. If it says loveth and maketh a lie. Right? Let's get what I said, Revelation 21 and I think 25.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 25. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. And they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it.
Right.
And there shall in no wise enter into it anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abomination or maketh a lie, but they which are written in the Lamb's book of life.
Understand this. You are not a child of God if you moving like how you think if you moving like that. Everybody claim to be, I'm a child of God. Everybody claim to be a child of God and doing all manner of wickedness. This just said, and there shall in no wise enter into it, meaning the kingdom of heaven, anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abomination or maketh a lie. So all that whoremonger, all that whorish behavior, all that lying, all that thought behavior, you not getting into the kingdom of heaven with that. You are not a child of God. God is not listening to your prayers. You have made yourself, willingly made yourself an enemy of God, moving like that sister on that video. You an enemy of God. You got a one-way ticket to destruction. Are you? Y'all got anything?
Let's want to pull Sirach chapter 26. And let's get verse 10.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 10. If thy daughter, oh shoot, we may need to start at 9. What you think? This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids.
So the whoredom of a woman is known by that high look. She got that lofty look, And it's also known where? In her eyelids. And what is one of the biggest trends that had started in the last, 2 years now?
Mm-hmm.
Them umbrellas, them big lashes. Because your whoredom's known in your eyelids.
Right.
It's clearly showing you are taking on the characteristic of a doggone whore so much that is shown by every single time you look at anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Read on up.
Verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty.
See, and this here is a big problem. A lot of y'all need to stay in the house. And a lot of y'all daddies didn't whoop y'all enough growing up because y'all was his little princess. And y'all couldn't do any wrong in his sight. When he should have kept you in the house, even if you 18, 21, 25, 20, 26, you are a 26-year-old child that don't got any sense. You need to stay in the house somewhere where you can learn practical skills instead of being a practical whore.
That's right.
Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee.
And it's not a marvel. It's not something that surprises you when a woman that is given over to much liberty, which is freedom, to be a free spirit and do whatever she wants, do whatever she ends up doing. You shouldn't be marveling at it because you didn't keep her in. These fathers have failed these daughters.
Mm-hmm.
You should have kept her in. You should have taught her that she shouldn't be in no man's face instead of just giving her things.
That's right.
A lot of y'all women are too spoiled. And y'all think that the world owe you something because your daddy did too much. He didn't discipline you enough. Mm-hmm. He called you baby girl too much when he should have been putting a baby belt on your ass. Read on up.
God. She will open her mouth. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler.
She will what?
She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler.
Uh-huh.
When he have found a fountain.
So the same way, if I'm someone traveling through the desert, as soon as they see water, they getting ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
They opening their mouth wide to drink.
Right.
But these hoes opening their mouth wide for something else.
Right.
Because they should have been kept in the house.
Right.
But now they can't keep nothing out their mouth. Keep on reading. This ain't funny, but it is at the same time.
Right. Right.
You got a doggone laugh to keep from crying at a lot of stuff that goes on in our community.
Right.
And it's sadder because we have become the doggone butt of every joke.
Mm-hmm.
Every nation is laughing at us.
That's right.
Our doggone men weak, our women hoes, and nobody got any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Read on up.
And drink of every water near her, by every hedge will she sit down, and open her quiver against every arrow.
What shall we say then?
What shall we say then?
Mm-hmm. She's opening up to everything that's like an arrow.
Right.
I don't know if anyone has ever seen a bow and arrow, but you got to thread that arrow through and stretch that thing open and pop it through. Stop being whores. The Bible is clearly telling you what a shameless woman is, what a woman that is not godlike is.
Right.
And the crazy thing is, in 2024, majority of our women are shameless.
Right.
Now, brother brought out Revelation 20:22 earlier, and it said that blessed are they that keep the commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life. And everyone without are what? Dogs. Drop on down to verse 25.
Verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
A what?
A dog.
Hey, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Revelations tells us that dogs ain't gonna make it to the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Read on.
But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
But a woman that is considerate of how she acts, a woman that is considerate of if she is acting in a modest way, that is the woman that fears the Lord. That is the woman that understands that the fear of the Lord is keeping his commandments.
Right.
And that is the woman that will have right to that tree of immortality. But y'all dogs gonna be laying down with some fleas, killed over in these streets, running wild, and we see it every day. Not you.
So let's see what this man had to say about it, about this last video.
Changing your name. See what you've done. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are, but you may want to start changing your ways. Or changing your name.
You gotta change your name.
Or changing.
You listen. After all that behavior, you want to, hey, listen. You want a new beginning. After you done got, you know what I'm saying, ran through. Hey, listen. Listen. Brothers and sisters, at the end of the day, what these scriptures teach us is to do right from the jump. We all got a past. But at the end of the day, now it's time to get it together. It's time to get together. You know better. All right. You know better. All right. It's time for us to get it together. All right. You know what time it is. Hey, what Hebrews 10:26, you sinning willfully, there's no more sacrifice for your sins. Most High will let you go out there and destroy yourself with your own lust of the flesh. You get what I'm saying? Let's see what you see the title of the class, right? Some church folks have actually decided not to give the money to the pastor. They decided not to give the money to the pastor. Let's see what they talk about.
I want everyone on the altar, go back to your seat. I want you to come, those of you that you are going to come with a seed for the new document that will be operating in your life. And this is the seed I want you to bring. I want you to bring two kinds of seed. Category 1, 7,000. Category 2, 5,000. If you are here tonight, I just want you to stand here quickly. Come to the altar immediately, and I'm going to pray. I'm not going to beg you for this. I just want you to step out. Step out wherever you are, very quickly. You will bring a seed, either 7,000 or 5,000. Wherever you are, just get up, because this thing you are writing, Joshua knew the power of the altar, and he used the altar and spoke in a day, and it came to pass. I want you to come. I'm giving you counting 1 to 7, and you are here. 1, 2, 3, If I finish counting 7, you didn't come, just remain on your seat. 4.
They ain't moved.
5. It's a prophetic instruction that I'm giving to you.
Value.
Go look for 5,000. Go look for 7,000. 6. If you are running, run quickly. Let's do exercise tonight. 6. 7. Now the rest people sitting down, I want you to rise. I need you to put 3,000 in your envelope tomorrow when you are coming. Stand at the count of 5, wherever you are. 1, 2, 3. If you are standing, run to the altar. If you are standing, run out of that thing. Run out of it. Run out. It's just a seed. I'm provoking your faith. I want you to exercise your faith. Just get 3,000 naira and put it inside the envelope and run down here tomorrow.
They ain't moved, bro.
4. Stretch your hand towards me. I speak on behalf of my father and my mother. I speak because,
bro, they didn't listen. Ain't nobody trying to hear. Ain't nobody trying to hear. Listen, our people are waking up, man. Like it say on the thing. Our people are waking up, right? Let's pull Lamentations 2 and 14 real quick. He trying to get you hear all this money that he asking for folks. Listen, our people waking up to the fact that it's been a scam and we've been scammed for too long. You're not finna be living off of the backs of our people. They done took our people and made our people make our own people slaves. They done took these pastors and told these pastors to make our people slaves in so many words. The slave master don't have to be the slave master no more because they done made these pastors be the slave master and the slave driver. You going to work to pay your pastor. And when there's nowhere in scripture where it says pay your teacher. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring it out real quick, King.
Come. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 2 and verse 14. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity to turn away thy captivity.
So stop right there. Stop right there. It says, thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, meaning they seen nothing. They seen nothing. They'll sit up there and act like they're a prophet of the Most High God, and they seen nothing at all. It said vain and foolish things for thee. Well, God said that somebody in here got a check coming on the 15th. Knowing that everybody, a lot of people get a check on the 15th. Right? He said those never be adding up. Right? So keep reading on that, King.
Con. To turn away thy captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens and causes of banishment.
Hold on. Go back real quick. Start that verse over again real quick. That's important, the last part right there.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 2, verse 14. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity to turn away thy captivity.
Stop right there. It says, and they have not discovered thine iniquity to turn away thy captivity. They telling you everything but what it's going to take to get you out of captivity. They can tell you that God said, the God told him this, and God told him that, and God said this, and God said that, but they telling you everything but what it's going to take for you to get on the right side of the Most High God. They telling you everything when it pertains to giving up some money, sow a seed, pay this, pay that, building fund, and everything else, but the things that you're going to need to get your butt out of captivity, man. Right? Keep reading.
But have seen for thee false burdens.
False burdens.
and causes of banishment.
They seen for these false burdens and causes of banishment. What they seen for you is stuff that's gonna get you jacked up by the Most High. Yeah, the Lord said to do this and do that. Everything that's a lie. And our people been falling for it and still falling for it. Right? Let's get that next verse.
Come, verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth?
So check this out. This is when it says the city of Jerusalem, it's not talking about the land, it's talking about the people. It says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee, they hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, talking about us, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? Is these the people that are supposed to be God's chosen people?
Come on.
And they falling for this okie doke. They falling for this, and you supposed to be God's chosen. You claim to be the children of Israel, and you still falling for the okie doke. This is what they saying. This is what they saying. Right? I yield on that note. Y'all got anything?
Con. Yeah. Let's grab first Timothy 6 and verse 10. Because this man that lost his ever-loving mind.
Right.
This man asking them to donate a 2017 used Toyota Corolla.
Right.
7,000?
Right.
7,000. Now am I still coming in clear?
Come on, we hear you.
All
Your
right,
screen, you coming in clear though.
All right, I'm having technical difficulties with that camera, but it's all good though.
Come on, you good. First Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
The love of money is the root of all evil. These are money-loving, money-hungry crooks trying to just take money from everybody. This man started at 7,000, then went to 5,000, then went to 3,000. He ain't even doing the normal $100 love offering. This man jumped the whole gun and went for the big bucks.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like, this is not good. How do people keep falling for this? And I know that it was probably someone that following day that came in with them 3 bands for him ready.
Right.
Foolishness, man. Not you.
Good.
Let me grab Micah 3 and 11 now. I was talking to one of my partners about something similar to this earlier because he had mentioned to me like, man, like how basically in a nutshell, I can't remember what the exact video was like, but he was like, damn, people just not dealing with it at all anymore, and what I was trying to show him is the unfortunate part about this is that people have started, because Christianity and what's happening in the churches, it isn't even believable anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fool can see that this ain't the way. You know what I'm saying? So what people have started to do is they've started to associate church and religion with the Bible. They're doing away with it altogether because it's like I said, it's a joke. It's not even believable. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's unfortunate about what we seeing and what's being brought out. You know what I'm saying? But it's the Lord that chose that illusion for them anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Let me get that in Micah 3 and 11.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 3 and verse 11. The heads thereof judge for reward, And the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, is not the Lord among us? None evil can come upon us.
Right, and that's what the brother was doing. Hey, sow a seed. The Lord gonna bless you.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard that numerous times. God is gonna be in the midst of what you're doing. He's gonna pay that rent. You ain't even got to worry about it. The car note that you behind on 2 months, just sow a seed and provide. The Lord is gonna take care of it for 5 months.
Right.
You just gotta believe. You just gotta have faith. No,
Right.
the Lord ain't dealing with foolishness, man.
You
He
sure
gave
that.
us wisdom. Right? So these are crooks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Teaching for gain, teaching for hire. You know what I'm saying? And trying to get the Lord involved in their foolishness, in their business, and they scam. Because that's what they're doing, is scamming in the name of the Lord, man.
Right.
And the Lord gonna deal with them for that, man. Let me get I think
Let's read the next verse real quick.
Go ahead, King.
Verse 12. Therefore shall Zion for your sake be plowed as a field, and Jerusalem shall become heaps, and the mountain of the house as the high places of the forest. Meaning that's the reason why your butt got put out the land.
Okay.
Because you listening to these wicked Negroes that's running their mouth and trying to get in your pockets. That's why your butt got put out the land, is what the Most High God is saying in verse 12.
All right.
Let me read it again. Therefore shall Zion for your sake be plowed as a field. Meaning the city's gonna, the building's gonna be knocked down. Plowed as a field, and Jerusalem shall become heaps, and the mountain of the house as the high places of the forest. That's why we got put out our land in 70 AD. Because we was listening to false teachers, false preachers, and false prophets. And we doing it to this day, and we'll argue somebody down and knowing we don't read the Bible. Knowing we don't know the Bible, but we'll argue somebody down that do read the Bible. You walking up to somebody that's holding the Bible in their hand, and you want to argue him down about what the Bible says, and you know you don't read the Bible. That's the pride that our people have, man.
Yeah.
You had something else, King?
Yeah, man. Let me get Ezekiel 22 and 26. That's crazy that you said that, King, because hey, Saturday we met a level 10 demon that was trying to do just that.
Bro,
he wanted us to close the Bible and listen to him get direction and instructions directly from the Lord. We ain't dealing with that.
Straight up.
We ain't dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? It took the word away from the sisters that we was dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we talked to Jehovah's Witnesses. That devil came up and took away the word, man. We said Ezekiel 22 and what?
26.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22 and verse 26. Her priests have violated my law and have profaned mine holy things. They have put no difference between the holy and profane. Neither have they showed difference between the unclean and the clean, and have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths, and I am profaned among them.
Hey man, what we showing you right here is it's always been wicked Negroes in the nation of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing under the sun new. They've always teach for gain. They've always profaned the Sabbath. They've always profaned the name of the Lord. Right? They've always chose the ways of the nations, right, as opposed to choosing the ways of God. Nothing under the sun is new, man. The Lord always had to bring a remnant out that was going to choose to serve him.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all got to be that remnant, man. Y'all got to choose to stand for the Lord, man. Right? These priests going to get theirs pertaining to Jeremiah 23. The Lord going to visit them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing that they're going to be able to do about it. You done played and misled the sheep of God. That's a serious offense in the eyes of the Lord, man.
Right.
You done played with God's people, man. For gain, money, for fame.
Boy, you gonna get judged.
Right, man. Like, and that's the thing, man. That what we always say, it ain't no fear of the Lord in the earth. Because you will be put to death for this, man.
I'm trying to tell you.
Playing with the Lord's people, man. Now men was actually men. They weren't playing where you were playing with the Lord. The judges was gonna take care of you, man.
Right.
Straight up, but we gotta stand for God, man. We
That's
gotta
right.
stand for God in these last days. Asa said he having some technical difficulty. He'll be back in shortly. Hey, check the private chat too, King.
All right, Con, let me see.
But yeah, I yield with that.
All right, Con. Let's pull Second Timothy chapter 3.
Con.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and start at verse 1 real quick. And then we're gonna go ahead and roll to the next clip. Well, shalom, everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's just joined us. Shalom. The water, thank you for joining us.
Shit, we ain't even get no introduction.
You know what I'm saying? Right. We just went straight to it.
Hey, straight in 05.
Right.
I'll pray to the Most High. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, and start at verse 1. Okay, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Mm-hmm.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, Salakia.
You good?
High-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God.
Stop right there. You see all that stuff that the Bible just named. You find all that in the church. You find all that in the church. People that claim to be servants of the Most High. You find all that amongst people that claim to be Israelites. See what I'm saying? People that claim to be children of the Most High. You're not a child of God. The Most High calling you out. If any of that is you, the Most High is calling you out. Understand, if you know this is you, and you know time is winding up before Christ shows up in the sky, right? And this is you ain't doing nothing but wasting time until the buzzer goes off, knowing that you should have changed your ways, and you just preparing yourself for destruction. That's all you doing. Understand, you might can hide from me, the brothers, the sisters, and anybody else, but you can't hide from the Most High. Yahweh Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Whatever you doing behind closed doors, understand, he see that. He see it. You're not hiding from nobody but yourself, because you setting yourself up for failure. That's what you're doing, right? Let's keep reading on that, King.
Right? So having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
Having a what?
Having a form of godliness.
A form of godliness. Something that you done made up in your mind because this is what's comfortable for me. This is what I like doing right here. This is how I think I should serve God. When Christ said you need to believe on Christ as scripture has said. You have a form of godliness. You think God moves like how you think he should move versus how God says to move or how he's telling you that he moved. You see what I'm saying? Romans 9:14 says, you know what I'm saying? Grab Romans 9:14. I don't want to mess it up. Grab Romans 9:14 real quick.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 14. It reads, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High?
So if you see something in scripture that say it say for you to do something that you not in agreement with or you don't like, is there unrighteousness with God or you?
Teach y'all.
Is there unrighteousness with God because God tell you to be submissive to your husband? Is there unrighteousness with God because God tell you to love your wife and Christ love the church? Is there unrighteousness with God because God tell you not to try to covet your neighbor's stuff? That's unrighteousness with you. You don't move how you think you need to move. God tells you how to move. You move according to the scriptures, right? That's why it says you have a form of godliness. When they be going up there in the music award, be getting their award, say, "Hey, I want to thank God." You ain't thinking the God of the Bible. What God you thinking? You're not thanking the God of the Bible, and God is not his name. You see what I'm saying? You got a form of godliness, right? Let's go back to let's go back to 2 Timothy 3 and 5 real quick.
Hey, Salakia out of one.
Come on, King.
I'm gonna read this real quick.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Just to land me back off what you just said.
Go on, bring it out, King.
This is 2 Timothy 4 and 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables, man. Right? So as the brother was just bringing out, you don't be wanting to hear it.
Right.
Because it forces you to change, man. That's what I love about these scripts, the double-edged sword.
Right.
It's going to cut you. It's going to make you feel bad. It's going to have you down. You know what I'm saying? You should be. You've lived a wicked life.
Right.
But it's only to build you up. Sometimes, man, that's what I love about the Lord. He, you know what I'm saying? He'll tear you down to build you up to make you a better man. The Lord said, I will make a man more fine than fine gold.
Right.
Right? It's all to build you up, to mold you to be better.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Where we at? Verse 2 Timothy chapter 3 and
read verse 5 again real quick.
Verse 5. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away.
So it says, but denying, having a form of godliness. I serve God, I'm a child of God, and so on and so forth. But it says, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. Turn away from the people that's teaching you to do that. It says, having a form of godliness, right? Keep reading.
Come on. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women, laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts.
So check this out, right? Check this is heavy. It says, for this sort, the sort that it's talking about is what it says in verse 5 and verse 4, and so on and so forth. So it says, for this sort, meaning these pastors that's teaching this, that's telling you to do everything against what the scripture is saying. So verse 5, I'm gonna read it again. It says, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. So the people that's teaching that, they deny the power thereof because they're not telling you to obey God's laws, statutes, and commandments. But they're telling you to pay that money for their own personal gain. So it says in verse 6, for of this sort, meaning of these type of people, are they which creep into houses. These pastors is creeping into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins. Now let me ask y'all this. Is the church full of men or women? Majority. It's full of women. A lot of these men is dipping out from the church. You got a lot of soft, effeminate dudes up in there. See what I'm saying? But the men, alpha men, quote unquote, is getting about them churches. It says, for of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins. These pastors laying up with Sister Johnson, Sister Williams, Sister so-and-so and so-and-so, and getting their money. And got all them lined up on the first pews. You see what I'm saying? Laying up with all of them. It says silly women because you're going to sit back and you know what's going on. He done tricked you into falling into the trap, and you see what's going on, knowing it's not godly. What that make you? You silly. Like the scripture say. You silly. You see what's going on, and you still partaking in it. You know you're not serving God. But just because the pastor said it, you say, oh, I'm a child of God. No, it says you silly. It says, creeping in the houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts. You led away with your diverse lusts. A lust to be next to the pastor. A lust to get to the church and hear the music. You see what I'm saying? See, what we teaching, this is not about church. No, not at all. This is not about church. It's about sin in totality. Church or Christianity is just a key factor in the destruction of our people, though. You get what I'm saying? Church and Christianity is a key factor in the destruction of our people. People, our people will say, "Well, we supposed to be Christians." Well, yeah, Christian to be a Christian means you're a follower of Christ. But once you understand who Christ is, and you claim to be a Christian, you'll understand what a Christian is. A follower of Christ means you did what Christ did. Let's pull First Peter 2:21, and then we got, unless you got something else, we can go to the next clip. First Peter 2:21.
Read that next verse right quick. I don't want.
Oh, come on.
Ever learning, it says, verse 7, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth.
Ever learning, ever hearing these scriptures, ever hearing some preaching, ever hearing some talking, and ever all that, and it says, and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth, because they're not teaching the truth. They can read scriptures to you all day long and still don't teach you the truth. And that's what happens in the church. Trust me, I know. I've been there. I'm from there, right? But let's bring it out. 1 Peter 2:21, King.
This the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps.
We should follow Christ's steps, not talk about Christ. We got to walk like Christ. Christ kept God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Christ kept the feast days. Christ kept the dietary laws. You see what I'm saying? Christ kept the Sabbath. This is what Christ did, but this is not what they teach you, right? You got anything, King?
Let me read the next verse. Who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth. So, hey, like the other one was bringing out, who did no sin? We know sin is the transgression of the law. That means Christ kept the laws of God. He kept the dietary law.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we can't go to Mark chapter 4, chapter 7, and say that the dietary laws is done away with. That doesn't have nothing to do with pork. Nothing. The context of that is talking about eating with washing hands.
Right.
So he kept the laws of God, man. Right? So we gotta follow in his footsteps, man. We gotta leave the church and Christianity behind, man, because it has truly poisoned our people, man. It's a drug. It's a drug, and we've just assimilated to the ways of our oppressors for real. But yeah, I yield with that, man. We can move on.
Okay. Let's see what they're talking about right here.
Expectancy in the United States is now at its lowest level in nearly 2 decades, and the projected lifetimes of Black and Native Americans are shorter than for white Americans. New research offers an insight on a potential factor driving this disparity. It finds that Black people live longer in areas with more Black primary care doctors.
That's why even, ladies and gentlemen, even in modern medicine, we're recognizing that the African body does not react in the same way to medicines and other things as does the European body. Now doctors are beginning to realize what they realized even in the 60s and 70s, but because it was politically unwise, they did not talk about it. And that was the idea that you must take the ethnicity of the individual in mind if you're to give them the best medical treatment.
So what they saying is our people tend to live, and notice they said Blacks and Native Americans. Our people tend to live shorter than the Caucasians. And they said that we, in the areas where it's Black doctors, our people live longer. Why is that? This is just another sign that racism still exists. This is another sign that you can never trust your enemy. Right? This is all this is showing you. Because if these same people that put your people in slavery, then lynched you, then red line, then gentrified, and everything else is giving you and your kids medicine, they don't mean you no good, man. They don't mean us no good. And that's real. These people, according to Psalms 83, are enemies of God. Right?
Caduceus, okay? It
Oh,
is
yeah.
a symbol.
Let me stop right there because he about to go off into something else. You had something, King?
Yeah, man. And it's important, man. You know, it's important, man. That's why you got to take care of yourself, take care of your bodies. You know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. Because the scripture says it's a terrible thing to fall into the hand of the physician, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man, I be real uncomfortable when I, you know what I'm saying, when I have to go to the doctor, man, for checkups or whatever it is that I may be dealing with, because shoot, I know this heathen, you know what I'm saying, don't have my best interest. I know that. I know that. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't be feeling like that at the doctor, then I don't know what's going on with you. I've heard a lot of sisters say that, these hospitals and these doctors and things like that don't treat our black women well. They come in for an issue, and the issue, they act like they can't find out what the issue is until the issue has, you know what I'm saying, become a more extreme issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they may send her to the emergency room, they may send her to the, this doctor and that doctor, and they don't find out what it is until the fifth person that be done seen her. And it's like what's going on? But what's going on is this is the devil.
Right.
This is your oppressor. They make money off of your visits. You know what I'm saying? It's all a money scheme.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's unfortunate, man. That's why Asa, you know what I'm saying, be putting, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters on game about the herbs. You know what I'm saying? And just taking care of yourself the natural way. Your fruits, your vegetables, your smoothies. You gotta take care of yourself, man. I yield with that.
Go ahead, King, do that.
If I could throw in something, probably about 2 or 3 weeks on back, we had went to go visit Maria's grandfather at the hospital, right? So the doctors came in and was just going through the spiel of just whatever going on. Yeah. So my rib ended up recommending to the doctor to like try out like certain medicine that would like help him. And the doctor was like, you know what? That probably could work. So it's to the point where we have all of these doctors going to school for all of these years just to have somebody who ain't never been to medical school recommend something to them that they didn't even think that could help with the problems that her grandfather had. Right. Take care of your own body. Study herbs. Study what these fruits and these vegetables do. Go and stand outside. Get you some sunlight. Walk, run, jog, exercise. Do all of these things so you don't fall into the hands of these sorry physicians. Because it's all witchcraft. It's all magic. All these doggone pills. They are doing things to test out these things. They aren't giving you all of these pills to make you feel better. They are trying to see how it reacts with the human body. It's sorcery. It's witchcraft. Take care of your body in the best way that you can, and it will involve you doing research. Study to show thyself approved goes beyond scriptures. Right. Study. You.
Okay. Let's go to Sirach chapter 38. And 15. And then let's pull Psalms 55 and 20. Yeah. Like the sister said in the comment, you know what I'm saying? She's trying to do whatever she can do to try to do things holistically. The Most High gave us what we need right here on earth to heal ourselves. Of course, we do have to go to the physician at times. Like it's just you just got to do it at times. But in most cases, if you're able to heal yourself, do that. Right? Bring it out, King.
Khan, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 38 and verse 15. He that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician.
If you moving in sin, it says, let you fall into the hands of the physician. God will send you to, God will make you sick. God will have you jacked up, linked to the side, and all messed up because you out there doing all manner of sin. It said, he that sinned before his maker, let him fall into the hands of the physician. And we just got finished talking about how you can't put 100% trust in these physicians. The Most High will let you get jacked up to where you got to go to these folks just so they can give you some medicine that's going to mess you up.
Right.
Act like you don't know. Act like you can't be touched. All out there doing all type of sin and then holler about you a child of God. Most High would jack you up, right? Let's bring it out in 55, Psalm 55 and 20.
Khan, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 20. That was it up.
Yeah, Khan.
Khan, verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Mm-hmm.
He hath broken his covenant.
It's talking about he. That's talking about your enemies. That's talking about these heathens. That's talking about these Edomites. That's talking about the white man, right? It said what? He has put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. So for instance, we will go to the doctor and say, listen, you know, I'm feeling like this. You know, I'm feeling like that. You know, I just need, you know, I need something done about it. We at peace with him. And it says, he has put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. We don't mean the doctor no harm. We just want to get fixed. Right? Keep going, King.
The words of his mouth. Oh, you want me to I'll read verse 20 again.
No, you read 21.
Okay, Khan. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Okay, so what this looks like is it's just something, you know, it's not that minor, but you know, it's something serious if we don't deal with it right now. Right? So what I can do is I can go ahead and put you on this right here, right? All right. You get ready to take these little exams right here, okay? And we're gonna get you squared away, okay? His words, his mouth smoother than butter. It sound good. It sound good, right? Keep going, King.
But war was in his heart.
But he really could care less about you, and he really cared to see your destruction. He really cared to see your, he really want to see your destruction. Because in his mind, yeah, my daughter, she came home with a black guy, and I really can't stand those people. And every black guy that comes in here, I'm gonna make sure that I give him some stuff that's gonna take him out. These people are evil, man. Why would they create a medicine and tell you this medicine cures or solves this problem, but then you got a million side effects? That's not medicine, bruh.
Right.
That is not because if you supposedly treating something, but you messing up everything else, that's not medicine. It said, but war was in his heart. At the end of the day, they show you how many times they got to show you that they hate you. How many times they got to show you that they hate you? They're not your friend. How many different ways they got to show you this before you understand this? Right? Can you read?
But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
That's how they got over on the Native Americans. They came over with all these peace treaties and they never kept not one. Right? That's how they got over on our people. So many different ways. That's how they get over all over the earth. They showed up all over the earth in these different countries talking nice. And here it go. They back door with swords behind their back. Right? You got something, King?
Nah, I'm just looking at the comments, King. My kinfolk right here said, man, black women are dying, during childbirth. Yeah, man. That's what I was bringing out earlier, man. Our women are even scared to go to the doctor, man.
Right.
It's wild out here, man. But
Right.
again, we dealing with the devil, man.
Right.
You gotta understand that, man. That's why the scriptures say never trust your enemy, man. Never trust. You know what I'm saying? Never trust your enemy. For as iron rusteth, iron is gonna rust. It's gonna rust with time.
Right.
It's gonna rust. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. So is his wickedness. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out, man.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it's some good. Yeah, I'm sure it is, but it's gonna come out from them too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's gonna come out from them too. Right? Yeah, I yield with that, King.
Kind. All right, so check this out, right? Check out what this is talking about.
1 follower or 1 million, please push this content and ask your people to do this thing, do the work. This is Timothy Carter. Sunday night in my hometown of Rockford, Illinois, he decided, you know what, I'm in crisis. So he drives from his town to Rockford, Illinois. He goes to a mental health facility and said, I feel like I may harm myself. I'm in crisis. And they said, well, go to Swedish American Hospital. He goes to Swedish American Hospital. They assess him. And they said, no, you good. So he leaves and he drives 5 miles away to the Walmart. And he's walking around the Walmart and he's giving all the black people dirty looks. He's looking for his victim. He picks some knives up off the shelf. He's walking around holding the knives while he walks around because he's getting up the nerve to commit this crime, to commit this hate crime. And he sees a victim, an 18-year-old boy that he is where he's supposed to be. He's at work. He's going to graduate this year. His parents have done the work. His family have done the work. He's where he's supposed to be. He's working. He's going to school. And this man took that from that family. He took that baby's life. He stabbed him in the back. And when the baby fell, he was screaming. And he called him a nigger. So when the first responders got there, he didn't harm himself. He didn't try and fight. He didn't try and commit suicide by a police officer. No. He laid the knife down and then he surrendered. See, he set up his mental health defense. I called the U.S. Justice Department and I said, how do we get this classified as a hate crime? He said, the FBI has to bring it. Call the FBI. The FBI of Rockford, Illinois is on the front of the screen. Please do the work. Call and ask for the duty officer and ask him to classify it as a hate crime. I called the state's attorney's office, Cook County State's Attorney's Office, Kim Fox's office, and I spoke to her assistant or her paralegal, Shirley. And Shirley says there's an investigation. We have to wait for the investigation to be over. What we investigating? Walmart has cameras that rival that of Homeland Security. What we waiting on? We know what he did. There is never any consequence to the action when it comes to the black community. We are not a protected class like everybody else. So we have to create consequences. We don't let him get off with no mental health defense because wasn't nothing wrong with it. He set up his mental health defense so that he could kill one of us. They called it a death. You know what it is. Please put it in the email. So on the front of this screen is State's Attorney Kim Fox's email and telephone number. Please call, please email, and tell her you want this classified as a hate crime.
Okay, let me pull her off. So you hear what she's talking about. Here go this other clip talking about the same thing.
At Walmart, only to be murdered by a customer in that store. That's exactly what happened to 18-year-old high school student Jason Jenkins on Sunday night at a Walmart in Rockford, Illinois. According to Rockford police, on Sunday night about 6:05, they were called to that Walmart store after a customer stabbed 18-year-old Jason Jenkins. According to surveillance video in that store, 28-year-old Timothy Carter got a knife off the shelf. He got a silver kitchen knife and then he got a red hunting knife. And then it is reported that he was wandering around the store giving looks to all of the African Americans there in that store. He reportedly then walked up behind 18-year-old Jason and he stabbed him once in the back. Witnesses say that they could hear Jenkins screaming for help and that they also heard the suspect, Timothy Carter, using racial slurs. Jenkins was transported to the hospital there where he did undergo emergency surgery. However, he passed away at 7:48 p.m., so just about an hour and a half later. Carter was arrested. He was charged with first-degree murder. Now there is news out that earlier that day that he actually went to a mental health facility seeking treatment. He was self-reportedly suffering a mental health crisis. He went to this facility for help, and they initially denied him treatment. He ended up telling them that he would harm himself, and so at that point, he was transferred to another facility. He was transferred to UW Health Swedish American Hospital because that hospital provided a higher level of care. However, apparently after he was triaged, he was released. And then he goes to this Walmart store, gets these knives off the shelves, and takes the life of 18-year-old high school student Jason Jenkins. A representative with UW Health American says that patients 10 and older, when they present to the emergency room, they are screened for their risk of self-harm or harm to others, and that they are triaged appropriately. In my professional opinion, Carter should never have been released from that hospital. He should have been admitted for inpatient psych care. Carter appeared in court yesterday for his pretrial release hearing. That was denied, thank goodness, and he will remain behind bars until his trial. Now, he does have a period of time where he can appeal this ruling.
Okay, so racism don't exist. But racism don't exist still. Huh? We supposed to overlook this type of stuff? Is that what we're supposed to do?
Hell no.
Is this what they teaching? I'm talking about this whole society teaches us to overlook this type of stuff. If the shoe was on the other foot and that was a brother, and the dude that was working at Walmart was an Edomite or a Caucasian, it'd be a big uproar, right? But since it's the other way around, we supposed to overlook this, and racism really don't exist. It's just an isolated incident. That's how we're supposed to look at this. This is an isolated incident. Racism don't exist no more, right? Everything you're seeing, this is up-to-date stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is not an isolated incident. We see this stuff over and over, but racism don't exist. Hold on, I ain't through. Hold on.
There was a customer who refused to leave and threatened to smash his face.
So you telling me right now, so you telling me right now he's going to trespass me from this property for what reason?
Because he wants to.
Because he wants to?
According to court documents, officers interviewed Mangum, Williams, and a nearby couple who witnessed the interaction.
And I'm going to go find this other couple here, and I'm going to ask them if I said that. I'm going to find this other couple here, and I'm asking if I said that.
Responding officers determined no crime was committed and refused to take action based on Williams's, quote, shifting explanations of what happened. In the days that followed, Oregon officials investigated the incident, describing a, quote, pattern of behavior by Williams.
He just basically said that Joe had the tendency to exaggerate when he was making the calls to get law enforcement assistance, and that he just wanted to bring that to Kelly's attention.
Is that a serious matter or a trivial matter?
I would call that serious.
Mangum's lawsuit read in part, quote, defendant Walmart, by and through its management officials, was aware that Williams had, on previous occasions, provided false information about customers to police officers and knew that police had complained he was not to be trusted.
So this brother won a $4.4 million lawsuit against Walmart because this Edomite was racially profiling him. How is it that the judge, whoever granted this for the brother to win, can see that this is obvious racism, but racism don't exist no more? Racism don't exist no more. Why he get $4.4 million if racism don't exist no more? Wake up, man. Hold on. I ain't through.
Taken out of the classroom because administrators learned that she had a side job as the host of a white supremacist podcast. Sarah Seidner.
This is a teacher. This is a teacher that's teaching your children.
Has the story.
25-year-old Diana Volatich had one job, teaching social studies to middle school students at this Florida public school. On her off time, she had another passion, sharing white supremacist ideals and anti-Semitic conspiracy theories on a public social media website, including her own podcast under the Russian pseudonym Tiana Dolokhov.
Black children are our most valuable possession and our greatest potential resource. Any meaningful discussion of the survival or the future of Black people must be predicated upon Black people's plan for the maximum development of all Black children.
So you got a teacher who is a white supremacist teaching Black kids, but racism don't exist no more, right? For those of our people that saying, well, it's just it's just nothing. These people that showed you over and over that they care nothing for you. Like Malcolm X said, it's a difference between friendly and a friend. An enemy can be friendly, but being a friend is something totally different. Racism don't exist. I intentionally put these together to prove we could have went all day long with up to date videos of racism being shown against our people. We could have showed like 20 videos back to back with racism still prevalent right now in this society. But we have people amongst us, our own people, that's saying that racism does not exist. That was the purpose of showing this. Racism do exist. It do. It's time for you to wake up. You your own enemy if you believe that racism don't exist. Right? Y'all got anything? Y'all good?
I'll get a classic.
Right.
Let's get Obadiah 10.
Okay.
Classic scriptures here. Classic.
Khan, this the book of Obadiah, chapter verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Hey, for every evil thing that these heathen have ever done to us, for killing innocent Black young men who ain't doing anything but what y'all tell us to do. Go get a job.
Right.
Stop hanging out on these streets. Go make something of yourself. That's what the brother doing. We can't even work without being killed.
Right.
This man can't work his shift without somebody shanking him. Right. This is a damn shame. Right. Let's get Psalms 94. And let's get verse 21.
Okay. This book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 21. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood.
There was an innocent brother that didn't do anything. But yet these heathen, these low down, dirty, filthy heathen just want to kill because they love blood.
Mm-hmm.
They can't let a day go by without thirsting for bloodshed.
Okay.
Go to verse 23.
Okay. Well, man, let's read verse 22 too.
Come.
Verse 22. But the Lord is my defense, and my God is the rock of my refuge.
But Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is our defense.
That's right.
We ain't gonna beat them with no guns. We ain't gonna beat them with no voting. We ain't gonna beat them even doing no hand-to-hand combat. The only way that we can defeat these enemies is by the will, the power, and the testament of our God.
Okay.
The only way that we can win is to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments that he gave us for a perpetual covenant. The only way that we can win is to fully recognize and acknowledge the sacrifice of our King, Hamashiach Yahushua. That's the only way that we will win. So stop thinking that you're going to get anything in this life by voting or being a part of this world. That is not going to work. Submit unto the will of the Most High God, and that is how you beat this enemy, and this is how you rule. Read on.
And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yeah, the Lord our God shall cut them off.
Yeah, the Lord our God will cut them off and bring upon them everything plus some that they have brought upon us.
Right.
I can't wait to see that day, Lord willing.
Right.
Let's go to Malachi 1.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
Mm-hmm.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I love Jacob, and I hated Esau.
The Lord hates Esau. The Lord hates Esau. This ain't something that we didn't just made up and it ran with. The Lord hates Esau. Read on.
Right. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Hey, because they want to build up every ruin. They are literally taking plastic waste, mixing it with doggone sand, and making bricks now. This is a desolate land we in now.
Right.
You drive down the road, concrete cracks, potholes, dried up grounds with zero nutrients in it. But yet they are constantly building. They want to see this thing go on forever, but they got a rude awakening coming. Read on, Mark.
Whereas Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath an indignation forever.
Hey, the Lord hates them forever.
God.
Now, I want you to put this in your mind. This is God now. This is the Most High God. This is your God. If he hates them, what do you think they do for you? They hate you with a personal, deep, dark hatred.
Right.
Because the Most High didn't choose them.
Right.
They didn't get blessed. So they have a perpetual hatred against you.
Right.
So they will get what is due to them.
Mm-hmm.
Not you.
You good, Mathania? You got anything?
Yeah, King, man. I'm just sitting here thinking, you know what I'm saying? Because when we be out there teaching, in the highways and byways, and Esau comes up to see what's going on, he a old nosy, big nose, you know what I'm saying, son of a gun. But we ask them, you know what I'm saying? We show them the atrocities and the things that, you know, have been done to our people, you know, at the hands of his ancestors. And, you know, we asked them, what does justice look like? What would you say justice looks like? So Esau usually says, well, we should just come together and we should talk about it, man, and get an understanding. And, you know, we should come together and just let love solve everything, and let's talk about it. Like what?
What's that talking about?
What we talking? Like what we talking about?
Right.
Like just talking about it. That's justice. Like, I don't be understanding it, because the thing about it is this right here. The white man is the devil, man. And the biggest hypocrite it is, because if this had happened to his people, he wouldn't be talking to you at all.
Would be no talking.
Wouldn't be no talking, no protesting, no marching.
Right.
None of that. But it's only us that be moving in this weak spirit, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the majority of y'all ain't no revolutionaries.
Right.
And ain't built for this war. We at war right now. I'm gonna just say it straight up. Like, you think because you get to hang out and party on Friday and Saturday that you know we at war, and you two stuck in the matrix and what's going on out here that you don't even know it.
Right.
We've been at war before all this World War III and stuff started going on. We've been at war ever since we were led captive into this land. It's been war.
Right.
War has been waged on your people. Genocide. And you done forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when folks come up. It's some good white people like, man, forget all that.
Right.
Forget all that. Give me Jeremiah 30:16, man. Forget all that. Brothers want some get back, man.
Right.
The blood is crying out of our ancestors in this concrete, man, in this soil.
Mm-hmm.
And you think we finna talk about it?
Right.
No, we ain't talking about it. Love ain't gonna fix it. We got some love for you.
Yeah.
We definitely got a lot of love for you.
Shoot, and it also shows how dumb that they think we are too. The thing that we would be satisfied with the conversation and a damn high five.
And a high five.
That's because they think they still dealing with the people back in the 60s. We shall overcome. Listen. Marching and all. Listen, that's over with. That's over with.
We should just talk about it, man. Let's see what the Lord says is gonna happen, man. Give me that.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
It sounds like justice, man.
Yeah, that's justice.
This is justice.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't read none of what the Lord said. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna sit down at the table and we're just gonna try to understand the past and where we both have come from, and we're just gonna try to settle it out in love.
Right.
I don't understand, like you playing me for a fool right here.
Yep.
Like when we be talking to them about it in the streets, and that's why we bring it up, because we want to really show y'all that this is the devil that we're dealing with.
Right.
Because we see it all the time, but we gotta show y'all. We gotta show y'all this is the devil.
Right.
He doesn't care about you. He wants to manipulate you and deceive you, as he has done since the beginning of time, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Talking about it gets us nowhere.
Right.
Right? They didn't talk about nothing. You know what I'm saying? When it came to enslaving, rape, rob, murder, and pillaging our people to get the wealth that they have.
Right.
I was riding with Ottawa through, you know what I'm saying? You remember when we was riding Ottawa and got doggone, was it Mount Brook?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Off the back of our answer, and it'll piss you off, man.
Yeah, man. It's a whole nother world, bro.
A whole nother world over there. No concerns. You know what I'm saying? Blinds left open all night, doors unlocked to the house and the car. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shoot, they in heaven. That's what heaven is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. Give me one more scripture. Give me Numbers 35 and 33, King. You know what I'm saying? Because shoot, we gotta touch on it. Because a conversation ain't gonna settle this.
You ain't lying.
A conversation
ain't
gonna settle nothing.
And then talk about we've been trying to talk for the past century.
Right.
Shoot, ain't nothing to talk about. They don't want to talk. This book of Numbers, chapter 35 and verse 33. It says, "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it."
Hey, and that's what the Lord said. That's how the land gets cleansed. That's what justice looks like. That's what's fair.
Right.
Right? Blood for blood, man. That's what that's what the Lord said. Did Matthias say it?
Nah.
Did Azariah say it?
Nah.
That's what the Lord said.
That's right.
Blood for blood. Right? And no revolution has ever happened over talking.
Right.
I want to tell you that right now. No revolution has ever happened over, let's come to the table and we're going to discuss what's best for our people and your people as men. And we're going to, and that's what's going to happen.
Right.
You're going to agree to allow my people to be over yours. And we're just going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro. We gotta come out of the matrix, man. And be real. You know what I'm saying? Start and stand up for your people and stop being so weak, man.
Right.
Right? I yield with that, King.
Yeah, calm. You had something, King, you was talking about let me see. You was talking about the Sunday. What you was talking about?
Oh, talking about Jody Breeze.
You said don't forget to announce that.
Oh, okay. No, I was talking about I Don't Want Your Ball, man. Has a family series on Iron Horn of Zion channel.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be starting this Sunday at 12 Eastern Standard Time, led by Brother Yabal, man. It's gonna be very informative. You know what I'm saying? We thought about this and we came to the conclusion that not many Israelite channels are going over the structure of the family, man. You know what I'm saying? And we think it's important because we got a lot of trauma going on. You know what I'm saying? Generational curses and you know, trauma that has been continually passed down for generations and generations and generations, and we need to confront it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We need to deal with it. We need to put it on the table. We need to heal. And that's some of the stuff that the I Don't Want Your Ball is going to be going into. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's going to be beneficial for me and my journey. You know what I'm saying? And some of the stuff that, you know, may have been passed down to me that I may be dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I can prevent it from being passed on further to my child. And Lord willing, you know, the children to come if it be in the Lord's will. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all tune in. That's 11 o'clock Central, 12 o'clock Eastern. Y'all be ready. You know what I'm saying?
Sunday.
On Sunday. So unless y'all in church, if y'all in church, y'all might miss it. You know what I'm saying? But be on the lookout for that. We can't wait. It's gonna be led by Brother Yabal.
Okay. Hey, so are you still there? Oh no, he ain't there. I see him down there, but he ain't on the thing. All right, so hey, we gonna go ahead and end it right there. Did you have anything before we get out of here, Asa?
To fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Also, I think New Moon is coming up. April the 8th, I want to say. Can somebody verify that for me real quick?
It's just a moment.
Let me see something.
I believe it is.
Con.
April the 8th, New Moon. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure IHOZ will be planning to do something probably small because it's during the week. But nevertheless, we definitely gonna gather to the best of our ability with everything going on. So if you want to gather with us, hit one of us up, you know what I'm saying, and we'll try to point you in the right direction. It's gonna be something small, you know what I'm saying, because it's on a Monday. We know everybody got to be to work Tuesday and the rest of the week. But we appreciate y'all coming and taking time out of y'all day to come hang out and discuss the topics that's going on. Also, Joe Biden announced that got doggone what was it?
We got the video on. I think he's talking about the side money.
No, that March the 31st of every year is gonna be Transformer Day. Transformer Day moving forward is gonna be March the 31st
of each year.
Boo this, man.
They done actually made a trans day. A trans day. This is the wicked society you in. Man, listen, man. If you ain't woke by now, you sleeping, you ain't waking up. If you hear what's coming out and it ain't clicking, something wrong. Yeah, it's got a Transformer Day.
Transformer Day, man.
And we need to every March 31st, we need to get out there and rebuke them devils. I ain't lying.
Right. Hey, I can see them marching down the street now. Proud.
Saying we shall overcome.
Right.
The only thing yo overcame was a surgery table.
Is it, man?
But hey, we thank y'all for joining us for another TNT, True and Thorough, with Iron Horn of Zion. I'm Azrahaya.
Brother Mathanya.
Brother Asa.
Hey, until next time, hey, shalom to the nation.
Shalom.
Shalom.